Genshin Impact, the game that brought gacha into the public limelight. Sure, games like Arknights and Azure Lane existed already, but if you were to bring up the term gacha, then more than likely a Hoyoverse title would come to mind first. Although this game has a great story, visuals, and characters, there are two aspects of this game that frustrate players from day one. The first is a system of building characters, giving them weapons and artifacts that fit their specific needs, and the other being the wish mechanic. As much as I'd love to discuss building characters from scratch, I don't actually understand it perfectly, so I will save that for another video. But I definitely can comment on the wish mechanic well enough and address why players might get frustrated with the feature.
And away I go!
Before I talk about how the gacha system works, I want to address why the system is thwarting players. Also, grunt is a word. Now, if you don't actually care about this, you can skip ahead in the video, but I will urge you to please at least like this video and subscribe. It's free to do, and it lets me know that I'm doing something right. There are 3 reasons why people would be troubled with pulling. Those reasons being too many places to pull, the forethought that's needed for free-to-play pulls, and the element of randomness. Currently in the game, there are 3 standard pity tracks to wish on: the standard track, the character event track, and the weapon event track. With that, the character event track happens to have 2 separate banners that each contribute to the track, but pull from different characters. That means that on a normal Genshin day, there are 3 places to use your hard-earned intertwined fates. Of course, that's only for normal Genshin days. Sometimes there's a thing called the Chronicled Wish. This is a special banner that happens every now and again, where 7 rerun characters and 7 5-star weapons get their rates raised for a period of time. Not only does this add another banner to the list, making 4 places to use the same currency, but it also works on an entirely separate wish track. This means that when a Chronicled Wish comes around, you need to have either had pity from the previous Chronicled Wish, or entirely dedicate all wishes into there, hoping that you get something for your troubles, or else this banner's just gone for a while. One thing that's good about this banner though is that you can choose which character or weapon you want to pull for. If you choose a character, all your 5 stars will be characters, and the same weapons, rather than getting cucked by 3 Skyward Prides when all you want is a fucking fire daddy! The fact that you have so many places to spend turns players on their heads when it comes time to pull. Do they want the character? Which one? Or do they want the weapon? Will they have enough pulls? Can they get enough pulls? Will we ever have enough pulls? Will I ever get my fucking fire daddy? When the majority of players being free to play are light spenders, these players need to think banners ahead of time on where their wishes are going to go. This comes to a point where players don't even wish on some banners because they have prioritized a different character. With this, players have the hope that the banners that they skip get a rerun at some point, while a good 13 of the current 43 banners have only seen 1 run in their lifetime. To be fair, the majority of those are either new not long characters or on the standard banner currently, so grain of salt. We'll talk more in depth about the probabilities and specifics of pity in a bit, but let's address the visuals of 2 different accounts. There's an element of luck in every gacha game, and unfortunately, when characters are involved, people just don't keep that in mind. Imagine you and a friend both do a 10 pull on the standard banner. Assuming 0 pity, again, we'll talk about this later, one would expect to get at least 9 3-star weapons and 1 4 or 5-star weapon or character, but in reality, you might get that while your friend gets 3 5-stars, 1 4-star, and 6 3-stars. Now imagine how that would feel comparatively. Yeah, pretty... snickering. Finally, it's time for the main event. The magic numbers that are pity.
Warning! Warning! Math will be involved! Warning! Warning!
The best way to describe pity is that it's like piecing together shredded documents, where you're allowed to stop after you can understand the gist of the document's contents. Every time you warp, wish, or search, you get another sliver of document to put into your puzzle. Sometimes you get an obvious piece and can guess in one pull, or sometimes you need the full 10. Earlier, I mentioned the existence of tracks. Well, each of those tracks has separate pity values. It's important to note that it's not banners that have different pity, but the tracks that they sit on. Each track has 2 pity values that it cares about. I call them the purple pity and the gold pity. The purple pity is an integer number that starts at 0 and goes up to a max of 10, while the gold pity goes up to a max of 90. Or 80 on the weapon banner. Don't ask, I sincerely don't know why. The higher the number, the more guaranteed you are to get a character or weapon of that rarity. Now it's going to get a little bit more complicated. The purple pity actually tracks when you're guaranteed to get a character or weapon of 4-star or higher rarity. So if you were to get 9 on your purple pity, then the next wish would be a guaranteed 4-star or a 5-star. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell my pity? How can I keep track of where I am in my pulls? Is it like counting cards? Or are there like some Euler functions involved? No, you nerd. It's simple. It's counting. You can count, right? Next time, before you wish, open your history and click the back in time button until you see a word in gold appear. Then take the page you're on, subtract 1, multiply by 5, and add the number of wishes above the gold name. You got that? No? Too bad. It was super fucking simple. You know what? Here, go back to this, rewatch, and keep repeating until you figure it out. You got that? Yep. Awesome. Now you have your gold pity. Just make sure to repeat with your most recent purple name, and you'll have your purple pity too. Now when it comes to getting a 5-star, there's one other thing you need to know. Capturing radiance. When the game decides to gift you a 5-star, you have now landed in
The 50-50 dome.
In this dome, you are dropped from a great height. There's a 50% chance you land in the cool, clean waters of Lake Banner character, and a 50% chance that you fall into the void of the standard banner pool, cursed to only see deluxe, kakuns, and daggers. Luckily, if you fall into the void, there's a 10% chance that Mr. Mihoyo himself plucks you out to land in those crystal clear waters. Oh? What's that? You wanted to get that last Deluxe constellation? Too bad, bitch. You're getting a surfer girl whether you like it or not. But Glitch, what happens if I run out of time to wish on a character? Fake fan, I guess? Wishing should be your biggest priority. Nothing should come before it. You're like me, making Fire Daddy really sad. Because you keep getting Skyward Prides instead of the 5-star I want. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. But Glitch, what if I had like a really important thing that didn't let me pull for a while? What then? Well, if you did find yourself unable to finish your wishes on a character, don't worry, because your pity carries over from one banner to another, as long as it's on the same track. Now, understand this is not everything there is about pity. This is really just the basics to help you understand how this gacha system works, and maybe to make you feel less like you're stuck in a random loop, gambling like it's a slot machine. Please, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Fuck me. Thanks for watching this video. Please, if you God fuck. My nose is so... Why is my nose suddenly itchy? Thanks for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed the video, let me know either by commenting or preferably subscribing. And share this with your friend that doesn't understand the basics of pity. God fuck, my nose. My eye is so itchy now. Why is my face itchy?